Howdy, everybody. Welcome to Tarot Time. Happy Cinco de Mayo for those of you that are watching live or on Sunday. If you're watching this as a video, hang out for a second. I give the live people a moment to get their notifications and to come on. So I'll say a few quick hellos and we'll dive right into Tarot Time and we'll dive into what's going on with the energies this week, what we can maybe pick up about trends in the coming week in our world or in your lives or in this community. And I have other divination tools, meditation card and all that kind of stuff. So let me say a few quick hellos. And by the way, we didn't do tarot time last Sunday, right? I was at the event in Oneonta, New York. So hope you guys didn't miss me too much. So anyway, hi Aqua Mommy 518, welcome. Hi Yvonne, hi Lakeside Laura, welcome, and Sydney, welcome. Mr. Floyd's channeling from Mr. Floyd's channeling channel. Hi Millie and Victoria Santiago, welcome. That sounds like that could be Mexican. Well, at least the last name. Hi Huda or the Who MT Suzette, Millie, Claire, Jody. Hi, welcome. Hi Carla. Hi, Michael. Oh my God, we've got a. I know I'm a couple minutes late, but my gosh, we've got a we've got a full house already. Hi, Roseanne and Lisa, and anybody else that I missed. I apologize. And all right, let me grab a little water. And yeah, right here, I'm in the eastern central Catskill Mountains of upstate New York. Well, it's only called upstate New York if you're from Long Island or New York City. Other than that, we're in the southeast, quadrant of New York. But anyway, so Aquamarie, Mommy checking from Albany, very good. And Millie, Sydney. Oh, you're saying hi to Sydney. Oh, thank you, Laura. I'm excited to see you too. And please remember to like. So if you like the video, it's supposed to trigger the YouTube algorithm to get this out to more people, but it's all up to spirit anyway. So those that are meant to see this and receive this will receive it. But, as they say, God helps those that help themselves. So hit the like button, please, if you like it. All right. So generally, well, sometimes I talk a little bit about current events. I just did recently, what was it, Friday, I think. We did the May forecast. And in my mind, there's a couple things I can't even remember. I know there's a couple things that I missed, but has there been? I haven't seen this on the news, but have there been things like demonstrations, like in front of like Walmarts or like strikes or stuff like that? Because I think it was last night. I just got that image in my mind that people picketing outside these like giant like Sam's Clubs or Walmart types of places. It's there's a lot of cascading effect with the economy and there's so many like forces, and I'm talking about this. It's almost like these intersecting forces of one side of things wanting everything to be very corporate and have like the 5 main corporations or whatever, or 8 main ones or whatever it is, and everything under umbrella of that. And then there's these other forces that want to really kind of go back more into more community minded types of industries that are not so monopolized basically. So a lot shifting and changing. We're really kind of coming out of that great purge phase that I've been talking about for a while, and really coming into the shift now. And after the shift is the awakening. So we're going to see a lot going on. I have the live stream on as a what's the right words? Sunday morning. Let me just gather my thoughts for a second. So I have the Friday night live is available on the replay. So we have the whole forecast for May, and this is a good time to just energetically prepare. That was kind of the theme. Not necessarily stock up on food, though that's a good idea, because whatever is going on in the world, or whatever the agendas are, and how they want to manipulate society, holding back supplies is one of the ways that happens. and sometimes there's natural reasons also. But the other thing is lots of solar activity. I may mention that on the last live stream, but I think we just had one, or at least when I woke up this morning, it felt like I had that feeling like we'd had like a solar flare or some kind of an energetic spike, during the night. So, anyhow, that's just a few things. There's a lot going on. A lot of that's covered on the other live stream, and whatever's relevant for tarot time, I'm sure it'll come through anyways. And because we are, Sunday mornings, it's our weekly tarot reading. But for those of you that are new or relatively new, it's kind of almost become a bit of a community kind of a hangout also. So I'll try to keep an eye on your comments as I'm working too. Hi, Katie. Welcome. I didn't see you shift in, but on that note, the glasses are on. So Laura saying, no wonder I'm energetic, and Katie saying, yes, there's been an uptick in such energy, so I'm not crazy, and now you have, we had two X class solar flares in 24 hours. All right, so X class is kind of what we're sort of what we're up against anyways. They're not M classes, so anyways, all right. And beautiful Claire G, safe travels. I guess I guess Claire, oh, you're camping South Carolina. Nice. You going up to the Appalachia maybe, or beautiful area, really stony. Good morning, Stony, welcome. All right. So first order of business, I like to do our meditation card for the week and ask Spirit to pull the right card for us to use as a meditation tool, whatever the energies are, whatever it is that we're expanding or growing into. I'm seeing the number 11 in my mind, so maybe that's a message. 11 means a lot of things. It's the same prefix as elevator and elevation, to go up, to go up. So we're elevating, but in the old tarot system, I get to talk a little bit about tarot now because it's tarot time. In the old tarot system, they switched key 8 and key 11 of the major arcana card. So key 11 used to be the strength card. It got changed to key 8. Then key 8 used to be the justice card. That became key 11 in the major arcana. For those of you that don't know what the heck I'm talking about, tarot is actually 2 decks. It's not one, but it's 2 decks in one. There's the major arcana, which this is a major arcana card. The magician. And so is the Hierophant. Do my yoga poses, holding cards. So that's major arcana. Minor arcana are like the 8 of swords, like the suit cards, the court cards. Those are all minor arcana. And anyway, and all the major arcana have keys. So in Chaldean numerology, the number 11 is said to be, the symbol is the lion's muzzle and clenched fists. And in the tarot, key 8, which used to be key 11, the strength card is the lady kind of taming the lion. So there's a lot of similarity. So if I'm seeing 11 in my frame of reference, because Spirit will always talk to you in your frame of reference, which is the beautiful thing, whether you're doing mediumship or tarot or whatever, Spirit wants to get the message through. So they tune into our energy and give me things in our language. A good example, I could be doing a mediumship session and somebody's mother could be coming through and they might show me the 8 of swords and the tarot. The person coming through never read tarot, but they're able to access my energy, know that I'm a tarot reader, and give me something in my language to get a message out for you. So that's basically how that works. So 11 to me is always going to be the lion's muzzle and clenched fist. It's always going to be a numerological quality that helps us overcome whatever the lower nature is in our situation, whether it's our ego or problems with the society or the deep state, or just overcoming our finding more courage in the situation or speaking up, whatever it is. So one of the messages, we're meant to overcome something important that's held us back for a long time in our lives. You guys can think about what that is. I already know for myself what that is. but that's a message for all of us. So anyway, back to our regularly scheduled picking our meditation card for the week. Maybe they'll guide me to the strength card. Anyhow, so 33 in chat. I'm seeing 37, but I like both numbers. So Claire's saying 168, beautiful humming. Oh, I love hummingbirds, beautiful animals. Nice timing. Gift of gab. Yeah, I have that. Maybe that's being 27 days, no alcohol. You go, girl. Hi, Colleen. All right, so clearing my mind. So a little saying around here is when you're thinking, you're not connecting. When you're connecting, you're not thinking. So let me stop thinking for a second. There we go. Kind of a beautiful thing happened. Well, I got him not the major, not the strength card, but I got another major arcana card for our meditation card. So meditating with tarot cards, for anybody that's new that hasn't heard this spiel every single Sunday at 11. Oh no, I started a little bit late. It says 11:17, but I know it's later time wise because I started late. Anyhow, like any other meditation, stop thinking, right? Then we can connect. So we stop thinking, relax, tune into our breathing. And this is the Morgan Greer deck that I use. And you may have your own tarot cards, so you can get a mental snapshot of this Chariot card. This is key 7 in the tarot. It's connects with the astrological sign Cancer, I believe. Been a while since I studied. I'm doing a tarot course. I'll give you more information about that later, but I better bone up on the meat. I'm pretty sure the Chariot is the sign Cancer. If we have any other tarot readers, you can validate that or not. Hi, Carla Kelly. Hello. And so get really relaxed and just in your mind step into the card and when you do that, just be aware of your energy. So again, you want to be very present, like any other meditation. I'm not thinking. I'm feeling my heart opening. When my heart expands in gratitude, my brain opens. So that's coherence, and then we become coherent with spirit. And then when I do my meditation, the first thing that I feel when I start to shift is I just get a body rush. It almost feels like I'm leaving my body, though I don't leave my body. It just is that sensation, and that's when I know I'm expanding into the realm of spirit. So how your experiences may be a little bit different, but there's always some signal that'll let you know that you're shifting out of your personal mind and shifting into the vastness of spirit mind or God or source consciousness. And hard to see the cards. So let me see if that's a little bit easier for you guys. So once I'm there, I mentally step into the card and I just feel like, how do I feel differently? And I'll sometimes with my clients when they're looking to buy a house, I'll tell them to do something very similar, like go to the house, forget what the house looks like, forget the price, forget all the logistics of it, the color, all that. Just clear your mind, open the door, walk in the house, like gauge what you're feeling before you walk in, then how do you feel after you walk in. It's not rocket science. Do you feel better? Do you feel worse? Do I feel happy when I walk into this house? Do I feel like it's home, or do I feel like there's somebody lurking behind in the closet saying, get out? I'm just teasing. And anyway, it's good to know if you have any malevolent spirits in a house that you're buying, right? I mean, that's extremely rare, by the way. 99.99% of all spirits are going to be at least neutral, if not benevolent. And most houses have spirits, by the way. Everything has spirits, so that would make sense, right? So anyway, so the same thing when you step into the car. What do you feel? Do I feel happy, sad, whatever? But I just want to connect with the energy. And I'm sorry, the glare makes it hard to see. and then you may see other things that are not visible. This is just a doorway to a whole new reality. Every tarot card is a reality unto itself. And what message did you get? Maybe you'll meet spirit guides, maybe you'll get insights. So that's basically how we do that. Yeah. I'm sorry, Colleen, that you have a funeral coming up for everybody. And so I think it's okay to let us know what you're doing. Sorry about your godmother. My older brother used to hide in my closet. Oh my goodness. Oh my yes. Older brothers are good at that. I'm in the 1% now. I think that's a good thing that you're in the 1%. Yep. All right. And that's a good observation. The master balance. Yeah. And the interesting thing is, in this deck, one's white, one's dark. They're going in the same direction. They're pulling the figure, but they're actually, this one's trying to pull a little bit one way. This one's trying to pull a little bit another way. And the figure's trying to navigate these. And I read a book years ago that sorry, let me hide this, that I love, called Initiation by Elizabeth Hatch. And she recounts her experiences in the Holocaust, but then she goes into a past life where she was Egyptian and she was initiated, and then initiated her twin flame or soul counterpart. And basically, it was pre-Pharaoh Egypt. You talk about how they didn't ride horses then; they rode lions, and it's through their will, through their mind, that they were able to direct the lines of the chariots. So, I mean, here they're horses or unicorns. So, I mean, good horse people can do that also. They don't necessarily need to pull on the reins. They can connect psychically or telepathically with the horses, and the horses can connect with us. And we can almost, they can almost, guide us or steer us based on our mind. But that was one of the I'm just remembering that was one of the things in the book that I found fascinating. It was written, I think, in the 1950s or 1960s. It was great book called Initiation, and it talks about true spiritual initiation and everything. So anyway, so that's our meditation card. So enjoy. Next on the agenda is I want to so Colleen, I'm not going to flash that, but Colleen's giving us more information on her beautiful godmother, I believe, that has recently transitioned into spirit. Anyhow. Okay. Hello, Emma Louise. And anybody else that I missed that just came on, welcome. So we are going to do our 3-card spread now. So it's 11:22. Great. All right. So clearing my mind. So this will be for our week. And this one here. Okay. We actually got 4 this time. So the third and fourth card are actually going to be a blend because they came out together. All right. So this is kind of, usually it's a 3-card spread. Today it's 4 cards with these two. Firstly, there's a nice blend of energies here. And I think for a lot of us, especially if you've been having a few issues with family, friend, or people in general, there's some resolution on something for a lot of us involving people. It looks to me like some of us are going to get some really nice surprises coming up also, around work or around friends, family, or stuff like that. And it's interesting with the cups, the 4 of cups could be an offer, the 9 of cups. I mean, you can actually see this because I have a 4th card on my clipboard. this makes it a little easier. To me, this just feels like for a lot of us, this can be a week of spiritual connection in a way, like a good time. I mean, the moon's waning, so that's kind of quieter energy, anyways. We had a huge shift in April. We don't know everything that happened. Things just sort of drip out of the news, but a lot has changed. I as I'm talking, I just feel like a lot of the strategies of what the powers that be, how they want to control society and move society forward or backwards, as the case may be, having to make a lot of adjustments. But I think this is our time to heal, to kind of go within a little bit more this week. It may not be a super action week, although Mercury's coming back in line after its last retrograde. I don't know if it's officially out of its shadow yet. Some of you may know that, but I'm not exactly sure about that. But so that trend will happen. I think somebody, or a few people are going to get like this job or this offer that's going to be really amazing for you that you may have written off a while ago. I think leading into the week with the my screen is backwards, with the um King of Wands. Kings are in charge of their own domain. Wands is about action or energy. So the week may start out being more of an energetic, action oriented thing. So Monday or Tuesday you may have some things on your plate that need to be taken care of. It's not, in other words, early in the week, for what's showing through the card, is not the time to like be laid back or procrastinate. Like, try to take care of what you need to take care of early on, I want to say. There may be somebody important that's traveling or that you're not going to see for a little while. So there's a feeling of a little bit of a goodbye, but kind of a temporary thing. But I think for some of you that, if it's a work situation and you have like a structure, like a boss or whatever, you may be talking to that person or working through something. For those of you that are more like self-employed, this may be more around clients, but there may be some discussion, and this could be personal also, about some upgrade in a job, in a situation, a relationship, or stuff like that. It also feels like a trip may be discussed, with you and somebody. You may be planning a trip or something like that. I think those of you that are starting to date or that are warming up into a relationship, this could be a good week. For those of you that applies to, the messages: don't try too hard, let things to evolve organically for a little bit, I want to say. uh the Nine of Cups is called the wish card in the tarot. It can be a card of indulgence, so be aware of that also, especially if you're on a diet, or if you're trying to stop using things like drinking or caffeine or whatever. There may be a little bit of additional temptation or whatever. But the Queen of Pentacles, because these cards kind of blend, it's kind of a nice grounding influence. It's got a very divine feminine feel to it, because the queens are more associated with water and pentacles with earth. So those are the so-called feminine elements. And I feel like, for some of you, especially, this may apply to Colleen directly, or people that are going through some family issues or funerals. You kind of become the person that's sort of consoling people and holding people's hand and saying, it's okay, they're fine, and all that stuff. So you may find that more people are just kind of coming to you for advice. So in any event, a real reset energy is coming up. Again, Monday and Tuesday may be the more active days that are showing up. Um, and this is good energy. This is, there's a lots of ups and downs, and we know the world's changing. We know that there's a lot of stress out there. There's a lot of conflict. It's just that in our realities, the more grounded we can be this week, and the more we can be in our heart. So grounding in the heart is good. Heart brain coherence, right? We talk a lot about I'm gonna check your comments in a second because I know you guys are saying a lot of good stuff. Um, so the heart and the brain are really two parts of the same whole. So we have neural networks in our heart. This was demonstrated through Heart Math Institute and others in the early 1990s. You know, former brain cells in the heart. Um, but when our heart and our brain are in coherence, then it's like these two separate entities really become one. And when you join two forces, they exponentially build on each other. It's a logarithmic equation, so to speak. Like a good example is you know, you, we use roughly 10% of our brains. If we can up that to 11%, it's not just it goes up by 1%, it goes up by 10%. So if we instead of 10% of our brain, we were using 20% of our brain, we're actually incorporating 100 times the brain power if it's logarithmic to a factor of 10. It may not be exact, but I think you get where I'm going with that. So when we blend the heart and the brain, we open up to a lot greater potential, and then we become coherent with spirit. Now, you can blend your heart with your sacral chakra also, because that's your second brain, right? A lot of healers have heard of that the gut is the second brain. I don't know if that's more your solar plexus chakra, because the gut is sort of higher up in the stomach. Anyway, point being is that this is the time to really integrate, because has a very kind of holistic feeling and kind of integrate all these parts. If you're feeling anxious, really try to ground at the root, feel the sacral expanded, feel the heart in the sacral blend, feel the heart in the brain blend with source, get into that center in the heart, the eye of the storm, basically. All right, and good offers for some of you, good movements in your friendships and relationships. I think just early in the week, there's something that you just need to get out. So let me flashback. I know there's been a lot of integrating all parts of ourselves. Yeah, from Hamilton, I just want to keep up with it. Wow, nice. Thanks for sharing, guys. And saying third singer. Oh yeah. I still maintain that's going to be a really really important spiritual practice moving through the 2020s. Yeah, it's amazing, and it's all based on ancient like yoga and other philosophies. Yeah, what Jesus says in the Bible, all that stuff is relevant to being in compassion and being in the heart. And now we have a practice that's also has some scientific validation, but it's not rocket science. Feel grateful, feel compassionate, gratitude. To me that's the cornerstone of heart brain coherence, because when we feel grateful, we are aligning to the universe automatically. You don't have to try, it's not hard. Why is that? Because the universe gives us everything. Why do we feel grateful? Because we receive something amazing. So if you can, rather than wait to receive something to feel grateful, but rather feel grateful just for the now, we open up that space where we connect with that master frequency of the universe to give us more to be grateful for. So let's all do that. Right? That makes sense, right? What else you guys saying? I miss a lot of new birth, divine child. Thank you and welcome. I don't think I said hi to you yet. I'm saying interesting. Yeah, we are. Yeah. So I'm missing a lot of your conversation. I should just move forward, right? Lead by the heart, not by the head. Absolutely blind leads far, because the heart is more powerful than the brain, right? That's been shown also. I'll leave these cards up. One thing that we don't have with us today, I guess Spirit didn't want me to do my pull with the Native American tarot, but I have the medicine card, so I have that. Let's go to Egypt. We were talking about initiation, the book by Elizabeth Hatch. She's, I believe, a German yoga teacher. It's been, trying to think, probably 30 plus years since I read that book. Had an impact back at that time. Holy Trinity, I like that. Heart, brain, spirit. That's my Holy Trinity. I like Father, Son, Holy Spirit. I like Mother, Maiden, Crone. These are all different forms of the Holy Trinity. But we have the Oracle of Isis, or Isis Oracle, excuse me, Zach. Thank you, Emma, for virtually hugging us all now. We appreciate and feel it. This is the card I got. These cards are slippery. My hands are dry, so it takes a little time. We've gotten this one before. It's amazing. I mean, I do mix my cards up, but I wind up pulling the same one. Temple of Lapis Lazuli, goddess of the ancient skies, like Azor, basically. I don't. Let me see what I'm getting from this. Well, the hieroglyphics or symbols are meaningful, basically. See, the thing is, what I'm seeing here is the home and the hearth, basically. For whatever reason, this pentagram under this crescent moon, it almost looks like a sehe ki, the top part from Reiki in a way, and the pentagram, not a pentacle, that's a pentagram, and then there's also an isosceles triangle, basically, inside the lapis. So peace, calm. Again, to me, this feels like we've been through a real energetic mishmash, with the eclipses, with all the solar flares. I mean, it's certainly still active, but I feel like this is the time to really be back, go within and just allow your energy, your energetic fields in your bodies to reset, because it's really been through a lot, a lot of frequency changes. When the frequency changes, it's electromagnetic, so it can help to affect our physical bodies, our endocrine systems, our nervous systems, all that stuff. And now's the time to reset. And Mr. Floyd, I'm gonna flash this because he's the one that gifted me this deck, so he knows a little bit more about it the other day. Oh, so it's a thematic theme, is what you're saying. Cause you've been pulling that one also, yeah. And also because it is really about the skies too. It's like I'm wondering. Yes, they're saying a definite yes to that. I think this is also a statement that more people are being contacted by extraterrestrials. Well, we know that, and you may see more UFOs or feel that more. But then, if you missed the last upload, it was a 7-minute video on extraterrestrial contact and what's going on with the UFOs and everything. That's up on the channel for you guys. Basically. So anyhow, stars in the sky. Yep, very good. Thank you. Thank you for that. Reset indeed, Adam Suzette saying, in the pillow fight. That's all right. I'm missing some of your comments. By the way, just because it's on my mind, and I want you guys, that come to Tarot Time to be the first to know, I'm going to be doing a 4-hour masterclass on the tarot in 2 parts on Zoom that'll be recorded. Price down, it's $50 for the whole course. There'll be information on that, but this will be very succinct on how to work with tarot, what tarot is, how to use it in divination and meditation, how to do readings for yourself, readings for others, and to get information from spirit or source. So it's still remains the most popular tool amongst psychics and everything. So there'll be more information on that. I hope you guys that are interested in learning more about tarot will jump on this opportunity, to take this class. So anyhow, I'm just mixing the order up a little bit. So this is the going back to talking about Native American. This is the medicine cards I have now. and this will give us a message from our totem animals, spirit guides. Of course, it's Native American, so we're only today. It's only North American. I have another animal deck that covers the other continents when it comes to animals or animal guides. Mountain lion. Wow, cool. Yeah, the lion, so it's not, it's not the lion's muzzle and clenched fist we were talking about earlier, but lions are lions. They're strength, pride. Mountain lions are very stealthy also. So let me see what do I have the book with me? I thought I did. Yes, I do. I don't remember what mountain lion represents in the medicine card, but the big cats are often about pride and strength and stealth and you need both hands right now. Key 17. Now leadership. All right, leadership makes sense also. So leadership, mountain lion can be a very difficult power totem for you to have because it places you in a position to be a target for the problems of others. Maybe that's my card. You could be blamed for things going wrong or for taking or for always taking charge when others cannot. You could become the perfect justification for the insecurity of others. To me, this is saying to take charge, basically. I think it's more of a message than anything else. And Leo, yeah, it's Leo energy to take charge, but also, it's about pride and about, of course, leadership and responsibility. So, anything else that they want to tell me? I'm hearing who sings "You Can Go Your Own Way"? I mean, I know it's Fleetwood Mac. I think Mick Fleetwood sings that one. And anyway, I can hear that in my voice. You can go your own way, go your own way. So, anyways, so and lions. I mean, they're more solitary hunters. They're not pack animals like canine. They're felines. But they do have a structure also, obviously, in their societies as well. But it's about being independent and strong. Okay, the message is coming through is like trust your heart. Lion energy, Leo rules the heart, right? So lion energy is the heart also. You trust your heart. Be the leader of your own ship, the captain of your own ship. Because there's a lot of pressure to conform. Obviously, there always has been, and it's been getting stronger. So I think this is just our message to call on this totem animal to create more leadership over our own lives and our own domains, not power over others, but over our own domains. And then we show up in the world more powerfully, and then we become more the natural leaders and the new earth leaders that we're meant to be, basically. So that's the message. All right, got it. I mean, there's always more, but that's what I got. I have the Starseed Oracle deck with me today also. Good for you. I know you're saying conform, not confirm, but good for you, Lisa. And pride. Yeah, so it's another song, Pride. That would have been more appropriate for April the 4th, because that's the day Martin Luther King left the world, and the song Pride by U2 is about Dr. King. Pride in the name of love. One more in the name of love. So yesterday was Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you. Today is Cinco de Mayo. I mean, I don't really have anything Mexican, but these colors was as close as I could get. Yeah, we're all Mexican for a day. I get it. All right, so message from the Starseed Oracles. If I can get this card out. All paths lead to home. I love the artwork. Do I have the book with me? Because I forgot the artist's name. Yes, Danielle Noel, the card by Rebecca Campbell. It's called the Starseed Oracle deck. Inner authority, inner intuition, Turn your gaze within. Inner authority. There's always themes in tarot, always these overlaps because it's directed by spirit, not by humans. That's the reason. I love this artwork. It almost looks a little bit like Stonehenge, right? But it's very mystical. I know, blindly inspired, right? What a beautiful card. Yeah. This is almost like our etheric selves, like sort of journeying, and I almost kind of get this image of lots of like people dancing and playing like the flutes, and almost like being in like Celtic Ireland, or northern Great Britain, or areas like that, in a sense. And and what was it? Was it yesterday or the third? I know we have National Labyrinth Day recently also. So this also looks like walking the labyrinth. So again, there's a lot of messages of peace. There's a lot of message about being in our heart, being in our center, being in our power. And the more in our heart and center and power we can be, the less susceptible we are to outside programming, because the heart frequency is immune to all the subconscious reprogramming. It's just a different frequency. Hearts cannot be programmed. The mind can. So that's why we want the heart and the brain to blend. Then we resist all the negativity. So anyway, there's that. Frequency of the week. Now I'm very musical. Now I'm going to hear Michael Stipe of REM singing "What's the Frequency, Kenneth" in my mind, which is actually one of my favorite REM songs. Which it's actually a humorous note because it's about Dan Mather when he was basically like beaten up by some crazy, and you're saying, "What's the frequency? What's the frequency?" So they made a song about that, and then later on, I mean, they disbanded years ago, but later on, our REM, and they sang that song. If Dan Rather was available, they bring him up on stage. So anyway, I'm gonna flash this because double five. Yeah, we've got lots of fives. Cinco de Mayo, Day to Celebrate the Dead. Double five changes. That's fascinating. Yeah, and five is also freedom. That's the number of freedom. It's change. Um, so five's a very powerful number. Yeah, shift, change, and stuff like that. Yeah. All right. So this is our what's the name of the deck again? The Sacred Geometry Activation Deck. By the way, 7 o'clock, we're going to be back live if you can join us for the new moon forecast, the 5 things we need to know about this lunar cycle that begins on Tuesday the 7th. And I believe Heather and I will do a transmission for you from the master teachers. I like this one, Universal Love. We've gotten this one before too, but not recently. Key 44. So we got a lot of these repeating master numbers. Yes. Universal Love. So let me see. Can we see this? Can you get them? I mean, the messages of these are more energetic. I mean, yeah, I can read that and give you some intellectual feedback on it, but it's more of an energetic quality and language that's happening here. So if you gaze in the middle, you start to absorb that. And again, universal love is the heart, right? That's the center. The Big Bang, right? That's the center of the universe. No matter what direction you go in, if you go billions of light years, you're always going to come to the Big Bang, because the farther out in space you go, the farther back in time you go. So center of the universe is an access point to spirit. The center of the earth also, because within the center of the earth is the earth's heart, and then our heart. There's one heart, and many, what's the right word? There's many variations of that one heart, like my heart, your heart, but it taps into the same heart, the same spirit. So when we go into the heart, we go into the source of everything, whether it's the heart of the universe, the heart of the earth, or the heart of our being, basically. So the message is the frequency of universal love activates the connection we feel to each other, to our planet, and to the whole existence itself. So there you have it. So here you go. That's for us. And last but not least, yeah, Yeah, I feel like I have a couple of other decks I could use, but it just feels like it's time. We have our angel message. Ho'oponopono, yes. There's the many variations I've heard on that, but the one I like is, I love you, I'm sorry, forgive me, thank you. And that really helps when I'm frustrated or upset or whatever. Just really that's another way of doing heart brain coherence. Just do your ho'oponoponos. Um, but feel it also. Otherwise it's just empty. So you really have to feel the energy of what you're doing. Be present in it, basically. Um, Thank you. That's a great statement. What's yours? Mine was mine. Is yours? Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Yes. I'm just randomly flashing comments right now. Thank you for that. Yes. And pulling saying labyrinth springs to center. Yeah. So we got that labyrinth earlier. All right. So this is the angel therapy cards of Doreen Virtue when she was in a different incarnation in her present body. And this is saying some of you know the stories. And this is clear yourself. So that's the card. So that would be a good last thing. Maybe again to as you go into the week, you'd maybe do a little bit of clearing or cleansing this week also. It's a good energy for flashing back to what we had earlier, which were these cards. It says he's showing more not necessarily laid back, but more of a going within and processing kind of a week. It would all make sense. So that was a word I didn't use before, but that sums it up. I think this is a week of processing what's been going on energetically the last month, 6 weeks, because as May goes on, especially as we get into the summer, it's really going to amp up again. And that's not to say we're going to still have this solar flare. We're still going to have things going on, but reset time and clear yourself. Ask the angel to release any toxic energies you may have absorbed. I can't imagine how anyone would absorb any toxic energies in this world, but what's the sarcasm emoji? But anyways, that's what we have for you today. So in any event, so yes, self-forgiveness, absolutely, Janice. Thank you for that. We'll have to check out your video. Lakeside Laura has a channel. Millie here has a channel. Of course, Mr. Floyd channeling channel does live channelings every Tuesday now, and we're going to collab fairly soon. So you may see me on his channel or him on my channel or both before too long. And if anybody else has a channel, you want to say hi and say, hey, check out my channel also. We're community. We're not competitive around here. We're all, there's one God, there's one source. We're all servants to the same master, so to speak, right? So anyways, let me hide current comment. And the Who, thank you. The Who, TAHE or 8WHOTHE, who that also has a beautiful channel where he does a lot of Vedic chanting and stuff like that. And yeah, I've seen a couple of Laura's videos, and Millie has a lot of nature, like very clever things she does, and Mr. Floyd does his channeling work and comes up with some very profound messages from Saint Germain and Archangel Michael. Yes. Good for you, Patriot Chick, for removing yourself from that. Boost others, boost thyself. Thank you, Katie. Absolutely. Yeah. All right. So 7 o'clock, we do the new moon forecast. I'll have a little bit of information on the pinned comment. I think also in the description, I may have information about the tarot class. It's Tuesday the 14th, Wednesday the 15th on Zoom. It's recorded if you can make it live. It's only $50 for the total 4-hour course. It's going to be epic. If you want to learn more and dive into the tarot, it's a great wisdom tool. It's not just a divination tool. In fact, it first came out as a game, and I'll talk a little bit more about that, called Tarochi. So it was a game like playing cards basically, which is playing cards evolved out of the tarot. So it's an interesting history, and it's a great wisdom tool also. And this I in within a day, probably early next week, I'm gonna have five meditation available for purchase that are transmissions from the master teacher. And the bomb is, and I'm working with this myself, is the royalty DNA activation. And I can't wait to share that with you guys. So once we get it up and loaded and ready to go, these will be available for you for purchase. So anyhow, so that's it. There's other things I could talk about. There's a lot of changes going on here, a lot of upgrades, but I think that's a good place to start. And so tarot class and 7 o'clock tonight. And then Tuesday, we're going to be doing some live channeling on the channel. Tuesday at 7 Eastern time. I think Tuesday the full moon, and Josh does a channeling that night also. I mean, I need to coordinate time. But the only problem is I have Heather coming out, so I have to stick with my time this time. Oh, the retreat. Thank you. Yes, we have a retreat coming up. Oh yeah, Jody, you'd be interested in this one. You'd be interested. I'll be in contact with you when that's available. I'll be in contact with you for sure. Yeah. And the retreat, we're gonna have the Spirit Fest retreat. That's going to allow you to connect, greater and deeper levels of spirit than you ever have, and me too, because it's going to be guided by the master teachers or the group of energies or beings that work with me. So that's going to be August the 2nd to the 4th in the Catskill Mountains of New York. I wish you could go too. So change your schedule or tell the family, fend for yourselves. I've got spirit to me. You guys fend for yourself. All right. Anyhow, thanks for reminding me of that. Oh, thank you for that. And we'll when that goes on, because Mr. Floyd and I are brothers from another mother, basically. So that we'll always coordinate. You can enjoy both of our events when we happen to do that on the same night. Yes. All right, very good. So we are ending. I see you. So visualize. Yes, yeah, we still have room. Still room. I mean, it's not till August. I do anticipate it's going to fill up, but we still have room. All right. All right. Josh, all right. So Josh and Anna can coordinate that. 11:56, 1111. Yes, 11:11. That's the time to end. Goodbye. Love you.